Hello everybody, I'm going to be analyzing my gameplay to see what I did wrong because I lost this game where I really would have liked to have won. I tried doing a DT rush, which apparently this guy has map hacks because he saw exactly what was going on. So we're going to be doing a couple of things come on. Why? There we go. Anyways, first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at his camera. We're going to see what he sees of me, just to make sure nothing fishy was going on, even though I doubt anything fishy was going on. Yeah, he just went up to a fast player. That was it. So I'm not sure what his plan was with that fast player. Of course, my DGs are in there, so now he morphs in that overseer. Get a good amount of damage. Like, I don't know what the hell. Like, we look at this production tab. What is he sudden? Oh, he just re-macroed like crazy. He didn't expect me to attack again. That was part of the reason why he was able to keep himself in this game. Wow, really no one really taking the chance, saying I'm just going to straight up macro. If we look at the army tab, oops, units tab is what I want. He really doesn't have that many units still, and he just says I'm going to macro up, and I don't expect you to follow this up with any sort of attack for a little bit, which, you know, it's a little slow getting down there with my main army. Should have sent them earlier, but well, those things do happen, so that's freaking insane. But if we look at that, which one is it? Units killed, Control R. I killed 9 workers! Come on, give me a break, and I killed a lot of units. If we look at the units lost tab, you know, I'm not really that far ahead except for the workers killed. If we look at the income tab, okay. So, you know, just looking at those things, come on. We're looking at those things just to figure out what's going on. So, let's continue to play along. You know, I already know I messed up a couple things early on, but I got an expansion. It was a little late, but I still got it. So that's not horrible. And, oh, man. When am I going to move out? Because I think, I don't move out for a while. I really should have moved out a lot sooner. I gave him a lot of time to re-macro up. Of course, he's getting a spore crawler for detection. Has this here. Yeah, that was too bad. If I had just moved in there a little bit earlier with the rest of my army, followed up the DTs, would have won. Probably should do that when I do a DT rush, is have the rest of my army go in. Yeah, took way too long on that. If we look at the income tab, of course, he can insanely macro a lot faster than I can because it's Zerg. Anyways, yeah, and I was working on my upgrades pretty well. I don't know if he works on his quite well. Yeah, he does a pretty decent amount. You know, here it is. Missile attacks. And there we go, my army finally moving out as he's thrown down a spine crawler or two, probably one at each base. Yeah, spine crawler by each spore. And yeah, I just don't get enough damage then. Oh, I'm slow moving out too. So let's see if he suddenly builds up. Yep, 5 roaches coming out of the woodworks. You know, don't know if he anticipated my attack or just said it's time to build some units because I've got a lot of workers. Trying to get a couple DTs in there because they can still do a ton of damage, and potentially if I can snipe this overseer, that'll give me a huge advantage. And a bunch of 6 more Zerglings coming out. My force is now no longer near enough, big enough to deal with this. And bit of miss micro with the stalkers. I only have 1 stalker target firing that overseer when I meant to have them all. So that was a huge blunder. And of course these Zerglings, I mean these zealots, when they get taken out, that's not pretty because I need them pretty bad. Of course, spending a lot of money on those DTs, so that's one of the problems, is they're very expensive and I gotta make them worthwhile. Ooh, this was a huge blunder right here. A little bit of miss micro, not paying attention to my army. They get split up, and attacking on that spine crawler is not gonna do them any good. And whew. So anyways, if we look at the macro side of things, my macro's good enough now. I've got a fully saturated base, whereas he still does not. And yeah. So anyways, these roaches though, frickin' roaches, you know, I just can't deal with them with the mix that I have, especially when you can detect those DTs, so that's definitely an issue. Both of us letting our money get way too high, but yeah, so as you can see, I think I'm only 1-0. Yeah, only 1-0, and what's he sitting at? He's sitting at 1-0 as well. But of course, 2 more upgrades coming along the way, so I thought I was doing good on upgrades, and he was doing even better. So definitely a bit of a blunder on my part. And also, I spent a lot of money on these cannons and pylon. If I had built a bunch of units right then, I might have been able to go in there and do some serious damage. It's hard to say. That's definitely another little mistake I made, but just going up against mass roaches like this, that's the problem, is roaches are way too fucking cheap and effective. Like, they're just way too good. Like, sure, they take up 2 supply, but against an army like this, they're almost like marauders. They're not quite as evil as marauders are against gateway units, but pretty close. And of course, No, DT, live! Yay! He has no detection right now, so that DT will reign free for a bit. But of course, Morphean detection right away. Damn! Yeah, and he started a third base, which I have not seen. I might have... No, I haven't... There we go. Now I caught a glimpse of it, and now I'm going to start target firing it as that DT does some cleanup duties as this Overseer tries to get over there. This DT now sitting at 2 kills, but... he moves his units, will not get another kill. Sadly, I cannot have enough time to take this out. No! Stalkers missed micro! That was really, really annoying. But that's not the reason why this all went south. I don't know. I wanted to blink out of there, but my blink cooldown was already dead. Okay, how's my upgrades doing? I'm getting, yeah, ground 1, armor 1, so not super fast. See my chrono boost, not good about using my chrono boost. Not spending my money was a big thing too. I really wasn't spending money, and man, I was just gas broke. Probably a lot from those DTs. Warping them in doesn't help, and other stuff that I was going for. Immortal. Yeah, no class high tech yet. Probably should have got that out sooner. Oh well. One thing too is I definitely didn't get enough sentries this game to deal with these armies. So he's got the third base there. Doesn't do anything with it soon, so that's not a big disadvantage yet. Okay, now he realizes it's there, and he's gonna start producing workers, I assume. Yeah, like I'm. God damn it. Oh, there's the fucking thing that tells tale. Yeah, roaches are way too goddamn freaking effective if you don't just, like, considering the technology level that roaches are compared to gate, like, I don't know, it's just like, yeah, technically immortals are great against roaches, but immortals are way more expensive, harder to get out, and everything about them is just harder. Okay, trying to force field, but those were really, really sloppy force fields, wasting any energy my sentries had. These cannons help hold, but damn, those are just way too many roaches. As you can see, this is why I'm going to lose the game completely. I sort of knew that. This base, thankfully, though, nope, does not. Keep working on that. These DTs, though, do an awesome job. I managed to clean up the detection. He had nothing nearby, so getting a ton of kills. That's always good. Finally paying for themselves excessively. That one has 3, this one has 3, and that one has 4. So there we go, 10 kills. That's awesome. Gonna keep them distracted. Those stalkers, though, really should be going in there with them. And thankfully, he still has no detection in this area. And he's going on the stalkers, so his DT's gonna see more kills. But there comes the detection, and I'm screwed. Still, thankfully for me, he is not doing anything with that base, not working on it. But as you can see, frickin' roaches are way too goddamn cheap. And I almost went for a Stargate, and I wish I had, except he's gonna get Hydras anyways. So really, yeah, and he's doing awesome on his upgrades. So he's already at 1 and 2. And I'm only sitting at, oh, I'm sitting at 1 and 2 as well, but he's definitely keeping up with the upgrades. And, yeah, I got lucky that this base really hadn't been doing anything. I finally start my third quite late in the game. Okay, finally getting Colossi out, but totally forgot about making range, so that is a small blunder that I don't get range for my Colossi. But, you know what, he's got so many freaking roaches that my Colossi can't shoot through them fast enough anyways that it really doesn't matter. So, regenning their health really fast by burrowing them. So we go my measly armor. If we look at the army discrepancy, yeah, he's like double mine in every way. He could have killed me like right now because roaches are freaking retarded. And I have no sentries. Like, I'm always gas broke. It's brutal. Like, I just did not have enough gas to do anything that I wanted. Must have spent some wrong too. See, I'm working on my second attack. Just threw down some DTs. He's got 2 and 2 as well, so definitely staying a little bit ahead of me. 3 Colossi. You know, I push out, and this is a bit of a mistake. I didn't realize he'd be right at the watchtower, and I thought, okay, I can just force field my way through this, but all those zealots, I forgot that I've got zealots. They're going to charge right in the front. Hydras will still be able to range them, so making that effectively useless. And of course, retreating to a choke here. I don't really want to engage this whole army. And yeah. So that sucks, and I lose a lot more there. If we look at units lost, god damn it, not even close to catching up. And he's finally saturated this base or come really close to it. So, you know, definitely, we're really close though still for resources. So it's not too big of a deal yet, but because he's basically mined out here, and I've already got this, you know, we're basically 2 and 2. But I've lost all those extra units still. So I think that's what's just going to be the problem is, you know, I think that's just going to be my only problem is I lost too many units because, well, I was using the wrong units against roaches, and roaches are frickin' retardedly imba against, if you don't get the right unit. They're one of those things you can just build, and they work really well against almost everything without being a huge investment. But, you know, everything except air, which I thought about it and never got it. So there we go, some awesome force fields coming down. Not quite enough though. If I'd sealed that off, that would have been perfect. I didn't realize that. But alas, I let my Colossi get sniped, and that is huge. And also, I still... Oh, I do have range, finally. Yeah, but this is... Yeah, like, just... You know, that would have been such good attacks if I hadn't lost my Colossi. And now that I've got range, they're a lot better. I think I got range partway through that battle. Let's go back and look. Yeah, this was a really long replay. Okay, there was that battle. That one I don't care about. Okay, doing what I can to keep the Colossi alive. And it's the next time I push out to a watchtower that I get in. I want to look at that battle. Of course, sort of wasting money building those cannons, probably. And I really should have been expanding again. He's expanding again. So, you know, I'm just not letting myself get enough unit is another issue. So let's look at this engagement. Right now, I was about 6,000 behind him for units lost. And no, I'm not even catching up at all. It's just going exactly even. But do I have range yet? No, I don't. So that was huge. I bet if I'd had range, these Colossi probably could have escaped at the very least, if nothing else. And also, they wouldn't have been able to get attacked as easily. And this force field right here. If I had just had a force field instead of this one, if I'd thrown right here, I wasn't looking. I was too busy here. I didn't see that the ramp was right there. That would have been a game changer as well, because all these roaches had to come from over here. None of them came from the front army. So bad force field on my part. And not having range, so definitely some micro issues. Early game though, I lost way too many units with just, you know, not doing good attacks. And yeah, losing those Colossi right there, that sealed the deal. Like, I lost the game because I lost those. Like, at that point, the game was lost. I decided I would stay in this game for a little bit longer, try it out, tough it out, see if I could pull off a win. But, you know, I started scouting for bases and stuff, so, because I knew that I need to shut those down if I had any chance of winning. And I also wanted to see, you know, how many bases does he have, you know, am I completely out of luck for winning, or there's still a small chance. One thing that would have been really good though is if I'd had some extra stalkers in here, been able to snipe these and then multiple CPTs. Holy probes suiciding. I had them on the move command, but I didn't move them to a mineral pack, so I couldn't get through the enemies there. Just of course, epic range on that boss, like just keeping it alive. Oh no! No! I was not watching. Yeah, I was sad when that happened in game. Just wasn't paying enough attention. And it went down. Oh, and that upgrade did not finish. That's brutal. I didn't realize it was that close to finishing without finishing, so I'm only 1 and 3, whereas he's 2 and 2. So he's also forgotten about his upgrades. And here you see I'm starting to do the whole DT thing. Oh, I totally missed this, guys. This was actually good. I'll just rewind and show you this. This is sort of some of the things you can do to try and keep yourself in a game. Jesus, how far did I go back? You know, it goes back so far. Okay, yeah, he started expanding here. Made that push that killed me because of a bad force field and not having thermal lance. Extended thermal lance. So that was brutal. A little bit of miss my Colossi, and whoa. Ah! I went... Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. I want to show you where these zealots come from. Okay. Nope, that's not that yet. I get lucky that he walks that right by there. Yeah, he's not effective. This is almost like doing a drop. It's not. It's just doing a rasp, but he's not effective at dealing with it. So that was good for me. I'd love to skip back, but when I do, it takes me like 40 minutes back. Anyways, so there we go. As this big army is fighting here, engaging, I warp in 4 zealots up in my main. Probably should have warped them here. Would have been a little bit closer, and just send them here. I know he has a base here already. You can see on my vision. I've got... What the hell? Why do I have vision of it? No, I didn't select me. That's why. Come on. There we go. Vision. I can see that he has a base here, so I just sent some units there. I just right-clicked them to right about here. I knew that the spine crawler would auto-aggravate them without... And the reason why I did here instead of here is because I knew there'd be a spine crawler. I didn't want them to run here while the spine crawler gets free hits, so I sent them to the outside range of the spine crawler. They'll start hitting them, and they'll auto-aggro. So, and they'll, you know, just... I don't know, it probably didn't make a difference, but this is one really good thing to do as Protoss. I just love to send 4 zealots. 4 is the common number I love to send. And look at that. They just clean house. Not a single zealot dies. He doesn't turn his probes around to fight these roaches being fools. Oh man, they're faster than the zealot by quite a bit. Let's see, what is... Okay, move speed is 2.25. Roaches with upgraded speed is 3. So yeah, there we go. As you can see though, they just clean house here, so really always think about that. You can easily, the same way Zerg players can try and do Zergling run-bys, you can do the same thing with Zealots. Just send like 3 or 4 Zealots out later in the game, and just have them go crazy. And thankfully he just totally forgot about that base, so that's one of the reasons why I decided to stay in this game, because I knew I took out that base, and so far I hadn't scouted, well I scouted this one just now, but it's not miney. I knew that he was also really hurting for economy, so I thought maybe this army is all he has left. And there we go, you can see sniping that Overseer so I can get the DTs there. And, you know, this is what it's all about now. It's about being super efficient, using those DTs to my fullest advantage. But I don't think I'll be able to pull it off, but, you know, we tried. So there we go. We already figured out why I lost. Like, now, at this point, you know, at this point the game is too lost. You know, I did some good things, sending in these Zealots. I was going to send some there, you know, tried to expanding in because I realized I needed to, but I expanded to a bad choice. Should have tried up here, probably. There we go, those DTs just trying to run around, but now they need to come back to defend because I can't let this expansion die. But, you know, the problem is just not enough money to build what I want, you know? And I'm spending it wrong. I'm building too many DTs because I'm waiting for the cybernetics core to finish. Should have just been saving my money, banking it, because there's a ton of gateways up here. 7 gateways, and he hasn't destroyed them. You know, I should have just waited so I could get a lot of stalkers out, deal with that detection, and I just don't have enough stalkers here. I let my DTs go in, you know, just miss micro again, trying to get a couple more stalkers. But the problem is, I miss micro my DTs, let them be in the front, and yeah, that was a huge mistake. So, you know, and as soon as this base goes down, I am absolutely hooped. And, you know, he's got... I can't remember. I thought I harassed this one. Yeah, I did. I harassed this one, and, well, because I just sent harass... He was actually really good at drawing my units away. I'll see if we can watch that for you. Come on. I'll just show you. This is something he did really well. At sort of deflecting that. So I just sent my Zealots straight over there. Just have them move. If they get killed, oh well, it's 4 Zealots. Sure, it's the Nexus, but they start attacking, they're attacking, and look at this. I don't know if it's because he pulled his drones on, you know, and purposely sent him back to his base because he had a spine crawler there, what it is, but whatever it was, the fact that he gets my Zealots to follow them back to static defense, oh, you know, they would have done so much more damage if they just stayed there. And now he's, of course, building a bunch of... You know, I take them all out, surprisingly. Those spine crawlers aren't that good. And I have to GG and leave anyways, because I don't have any money. I've got, like... Let's look at this. Like, 7 harvesters spread out across different parts of the map. I don't even know where they all are. But I've basically got no harvesters. I've got... Yeah, they're just spread out. I've got no money. I'd have to there they are. Yeah, they were long distance mining. I'd have to long distance mine to be able to even get enough money for a Nexus. I know that he's got this base that he can easily saturate. I see that he's building this one, and it's just like, I 100% know I'm lost. So, yeah, there you guys go. Hopefully you could use that to your help in a sense.